Good night, everyone. I want to welcome you to our program tonight on RHR TV 1. You're watching Money Matters. We're here every single Wednesday night starting at 9. You know, sometimes we may be off because of where you are and maybe technical difficulties, but we're going to be here. So I want to welcome my viewers tonight. Those of you who are watching for the first time, welcome. If you have been watching before, I want to welcome you again. Thank you for tuning in. You're going to be informed tonight. We're going to talk about everything that has to do with money. For those of you who have been watching, we have talked about different ways in which you can save, different ways in which you can, put away your money here and there. And I gave out challenges. Probably 2 weeks ago, I gave some challenges. I asked my viewers to do a little survey on themselves. I asked my viewers to look at your spending habits. I asked you to take out a sheet and I asked you to jot down everything that you spend. It doesn't matter how small it is, doesn't matter how simple it is, jot down everything that you spend every single day, even if it's for 20 cents, 30 cents, whatever it is, write it down. And at the end of the month, you're going to look to see all that you have spent and to see whether you spent necessary or was it unnecessary, and to see where you wasted a little bit or where you could cut back. So we are going to do that. If you're just joining me, I want you to come and join the challenge too. You know that we always say that at the beginning of the year, we always have our challenges put towards us. And we say, you know what, somebody may say, what is your goal for the year? What are your challenges that you face? And some of us say we're going to go to the gym. Some of us say, we want to lose weight. But then most of us, we don't set a financial goal. So the beginning, it doesn't matter if it's January or February, you're going to start your financial goal. So those of you who didn't join us, I'm inviting you to get your pen and paper and start. It doesn't matter, even if you're going to start today. It's the beginning of the month, it's just May. And so if you didn't start in April, I'm inviting you to start in May. Start putting away, writing down everything that you've spent and keep a track of that. And at the end of May, you're going to review what you have done and you will realize how much you can budget better or how much you can save. It's a challenge and I want you to join me in that challenge. Now, we have talked about many things when it comes to Money Matters. This program is called Money Matters. And, for us who are from the islands, if you hear my accent, you can tell where I'm from. And, if you see two people talking sometimes and you may say, I wonder what they're talking about. You may say, they're talking money business. Or you know what, I think they're talking about some money matters. Which means that the conversation has to do with money. So this program that you're watching has to do with money. There's no set goal. There's nothing specific that we're going to talk about when it comes to money. We're not just going to talk in the air. We're going to choose topics that will address money. So anything that relates to money, we're going to talk about it on this program. Now, you could think about saving. We talk about money. If we're talking about investment, and just to let you know, I'm not an investor. I'm an licensed insurance agent in the state of Florida. And so I have a right to talk about, how you spend your money, make sure you have proper coverage and all that. But I'm not an investor, and I want to make that clear. If you want to invest money, then I can direct you to where you can go and have this done in one of our offices down here in South Florida. But my goal is to actually chaperone you into the right direction, teaching you how money works, what you can do to earn some more, what you can do to save a little bit more, and just everything about money. So we will be talking about any aspect of money. But tonight, one of our goals tonight on the program is to talk about credit. We have never talked about credit before. And you may wonder, you're talking about Money Matters. How does credit have to do? What does credit have to do with this? How is it related? But I'm going to let you know that credit is very, very relevant when it comes to money. Because if you don't have good credit, then you're going to pay more for stuff. So we're going to look at, why we need to, have good credit and what we can do to solve these issues. So that's one of our goals tonight, to look at credit. Now, I just want to go back to talk about saving for your future. And you're always going to hear me say this. You know, one of my main goal on this program is to make sure that everybody has something saved for the future. We cannot stop talking about the importance of saving for your future. It is a very important topic that we need to look at. We cannot, even if we're really healthy now and we're strong and robust and strong and, you know, we're vigorous and we're happy, we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. We really don't know what is going to happen tomorrow. You may fall ill tomorrow, and who's going to pay the bills? You fall ill tomorrow, what's going to happen to your children? Let's say that you lose one of the family members, you know, who was one of the breadwinners, what's going to happen? So we really need to think about saving our future. We cannot sit down and waste the little money that we make, or if we make a lot, we cannot sit down and lose all that money. We got to make sure that whatever we do, we're protecting that money that we make. And we're going to protect ourselves. We are the breadwinners of our families. So we have to make sure that we are protecting our asset as well. Because when we're gone, we don't want our children to struggle. We don't want our minor kids to suffer. And if you're a young person, you have your children under 18, you want to make sure that they're okay. You don't want to make sure that they're in good school, they stay where they're at. You don't want to know that they have to give up your house and they live somewhere else. No. We want to make sure that we put our future in the right place, in the right hands of the right company, and to make sure that you're saving and you're putting it in the right place. That's what we want for you. That's what I want for my family. That's what I want for my friends. That's what I want for my co-workers. That's what I want for everybody around us, because the possibility is there. We just need to be informed, and we're not informed. So my job when I come on this program is to inform my viewers that there can be a better way for us. There is a better way. There are many different ways. You can choose one avenue, you can use many avenues, but there is a way. There's always a way out. So I want you to make sure that you think about what I'm saying. Think about what you're going to do to save your future. Saving your future means you're going to take care of your children. You're going to make sure that you take care of your own self, so that when you get to retirement age, that you're ready and you have something coming in other than your Social Security. And just to mention Social Security, I'm going to talk a little bit about Social Security after we come back from the break, because we're going to take a break in a short minute, but we're going to talk about that as well. Because some people are sitting back thinking, you know what? I'm relying on Social Security. Social Security is what is going to make it for me. Well, probably it could make it for you if you're going to live very minimal, but if you still have mortgage to pay and children to look after and to go on cruises and live a fruitful and healthy and happy life, well, Social Security is not all that it's going to require. It's going to require a little bit more. So we're going to talk more about Social Security. We're going to talk about how to fix your credit, how to make sure that your credit is taken care of, because with bad credit, you're in a bad place. And with no credit, you're still in a bad place. So you need to have some established credit, and you need to have it in the proper way. So, and then I'll share with you why we need to have this. We all know that we need to have good credit. Yes, we know. But do we seriously know the reasons why we end up having those bad credit, and know that it can be fixed? So that's what we're going to do. So I want you, you know, when you come to view this program every single Wednesday night, I want you to come with your pen and paper, because you know what, you may not remember, or you know, you may view it again. But just to make sure, if you want to write something down that you don't want to forget, I want you to make sure that you come with your pen and paper. So if when I give you these little nuggets, you can actually think about it. So right after the break, we will talk about Social Security. See you right after the break.
Hi guys, my name is Jelani Casely and I'm running for Miss Runway Competition to Win. And I really want you guys to vote for me. So please vote for me. Have a nice day. Bye.
Back to our program. You're watching Money Matters. You're on RHR TV 1, and you're watching on this beautiful Wednesday night down here in South Florida. Thank you for viewing tonight. You could have been watching something else, but you have tuned in because you want to be educated about your finances, about money. Because some people don't like to hear the word finance. They think, oh, I don't have money, and the word finance throws them off. No, we're basically talking about money. So before the break, we did say that we were going to talk a little bit about Social Security, because I'm pinning this point tonight because I met with someone on Sunday, and I was told that, you know, they have Social Security, so they really don't care much about anything else because they know that when they retire, they will have Social Security. And that was the answer they gave me. So I said, you know what, let me talk a little bit about Social Security, since they think that it wasn't necessary to talk about anything else. And maybe one of my viewers, or a few of my viewers out there, may be thinking the same thing. And of course, we do pay into Social Security, so we should look forward to it. I'm not saying we shouldn't. I'm looking forward to it as well. But it should not be the only source of income that we're going to rely on when we retire. We should have other source of income coming in. And that is why I choose to go through this avenue to educate my viewers and to educate every single person that I meet. It doesn't matter who I see. I walk up to the person, I said, hi, how are you? And I give them my card, and I ask them a few questions. And then we start talking, because I do believe that every single person should be informed. And I am on a mission. I'm on a mission to help my company get to millions of people by the year 2020, to make them be educated about finances, because many of us we really don't know. Many of us really don't understand. So my job is to touch the fraction, touch a little bit. You know, I'm not able to do everybody, but I'm using this medium to make sure that I try to see as many people, I talk to as many people as I can about finances, right? It's a very sore topic. Finances break people and they make it. Finances make you divorce and they make you come together. So it's a very important issue. We need to talk about finance. We need to talk about money. So now I'm going to go on to Social Security. So Social Security was established by Congress, and this was done in 1935, a long time ago. And it was helped to supplement income. Now the word is supplement. It was there to help to supplement your income, meaning that you're gonna get you should have some income somewhere, and Social Security is going to come in and add on to what you have, so that you can have a better way of living. You know, you can pay your bills, you can buy your food, and all that kind of good stuff. So that's when it was established. That was the reason why it was established in 1935. Now, Social Security is funded by the current from payroll taxes. So people who work actually pay into Social Security, and you can look at your pay stub and you can see how much they take out every month, or whatever time you get paid, or the frequency of your payroll. And they do take that out, because that's going to be, you know, they're putting that away for you when you retire. Now, you think about this, but every single person is going to retire at a different time, you know. So I have some data here that I want to share with you, and it says age to receive full Social Security benefits. Now, if you were born between 1943 and 1954, your full retirement is at age 66. Now, my viewers out there, and even if you have your mom, your dad, your auntie, your cousin, your grandma, you can share this information with them as well. So if you're born between 1943 and 1954, your full retirement you'll get at age 66. All right. Now, age 66 person is pretty young these days, you know, because, you know, people are getting healthier. You know, there's so many vitamins they're taking, they're exercising. People are living longer now. So an age 66 person looks just like a 50-year-old these days. So, you know, still ready and strong and want to go on cruises and all that good stuff. So if you're born in 1955, full retirement is going to be 66 and 2 months. Now, you got to think about when you were born. Now, if you're born, so most of the time it's about 66 and some months, 66 years, 66 and some months. Now, if you're born after 1960 and later, it's going to be 67. So think about this now. You're going to get your retirement at age 67, which means you should work up to your retirement. That's what the law wants, you know, for you to work right up to age 67. But think about this. You're a 67-year-old and you're still working. And the day you retire to age 67, you're going to take Social Security. But is that Social Security enough? It's not going to be enough to take care of you, because your Social Security may not be as much as what you take home as an employee. I know you're retired at age 66, so let's hope that when you retire at age 67 or 66, that your mortgage is paid off, that you all those good stuff. You got to think about that, because you can't just rely on Social Security, because that one money will have to take care of your bills, your mortgage, your light, your water, and all that kind of stuff. That is why it is important for you to make sure that you save from now. You don't waste your money. You spend wisely and put away enough somewhere else so that that money can work for you. That money should be working now. So if you're in your 30s and you're watching me, or you know anybody in the 30s, 40s, 50s, now is the time when you should be putting away some extra money. So by the time you reach to 66 or 67, depends on the year you were born, then when Social Security kicks in, then you will have enough money saved up, put away, working for you, along with Social Security. But so to answer that question that I mentioned earlier, that the lady asked me, why do I need to have extra money now? I'm going to have Social Security. Good, you're going to have Social Security, but will that be enough for you? So think about those things. It's very important for you to think. The money may be nice now, and you may say, I'm making a lot now, and I'm making 60,000 a year, I'm making 70,000 a year, 40, 50, whatever. And you can pay your bills now, and you pay all the bills now, and you can go to the club, or you can go on cruises, and you spend all of it. Because you know, next payday, another money is coming in. Next payday, and yes, you can afford your bills. Yes, you can afford to take care of yourself. You can afford to go on cruises, but that's now. That's now, my viewers. That's now. What about later on? What about later on? What if something happens in your life and you're not able to earn that weekly paycheck, that monthly paycheck? If you can earn that, what's going to happen? You're going to go on disability, or you may have to check in and say, I need my Social Security early. So guess what? You have to be vigilant with your money. My kids don't like the word vigilant. They said, Mom, you're always talking about vigilant. Oh, Mom, but that's my word. You got to be vigilant. In anything you do, be vigilant. If you're praying, be vigilant, be focused, be serious about it. If you're saving, be serious about it. Saving is not something that you do casually. It's something you got to make up your mind to do. You have to be disciplined to save. Be like a monk. You got to be disciplined. You have to be disciplined. If you are a Christian, and I'm speaking to Christians who fast. You know, my viewers, I'm sure my viewers, or if you pass on this video to somebody else, they may not be of the Christian faith. You know, and it doesn't matter what faith you are, you need to save. It's for every single person. But for people who are from the Christian faith, we always talk about fasting. And when you're fasting, you don't fast. If you choose to fast, you don't fast. Start eating at 7, and then you stop eating at 8, and then 10 o'clock you eat a little snack, and then say, oh, I'm going to fast until 1 o'clock. And they, no, we don't do it that way. We are serious about it. We are vigilant. We are serious. We say we're not going to eat, you're not going to eat. You put away that time for prayer. You put away that time for reading the word. So guess what? Same thing with the savings. You got to do it too. You got to make sure that every single time you put away something, it's a choice that you make. You have to make a serious choice. And I am not going to stop on this program by telling everybody you need to make sure that you take care of your future. You must take a look at your future. Saving your future. Nobody can save your future but you. Your boss not going to save your future. Nobody's going to save it for you. You have to make your own plan of action. And you can make the change. You can change your future. One of the greatest miracles in life is that you can change your life by simply changing your mind. It's a mindset. It's a mind thing. Working on your finances is a mind thing. It's something that you have to make up your mind and do. Nobody can encourage you to do it. If you see your friend doing it and you say, oh, I'm going to try it too, it's not going to work. If you're going to do it because your friend is doing it, it's not going to work. If it's gonna do it. If you're gonna do it because your mama doing it or your mama forced you to do it, it's not gonna work. It's like when you have your kids and you tell your kids you have to go to church, and you wake them up and you pour water on them in the bed and you drag them out the bed. They go to church. They just go because you force them to go. They're not gonna listen. They're just gonna sit there. Word come through one ear, go to the other. But if that person is anxious and serious about doing it, they will get up themselves. They will get ready. They will get ready on their own. So saving is the same thing. You got to be disciplined, and only you can encourage yourself and make that decision. Nobody can make that decision for you. So a common secret shared among highly successful people is the way they think. They think and grow rich. Many of them come from the same place that you are from, and they made it big. So let's not think about, my mama never make it big, so I'm not gonna make it big. Nobody in my family went to college, so I'm not gonna go to college. No, you gotta break the cycle. You have to break the cycle. So you can't sit back and say, because somebody didn't do it, you're not gonna do it. Oh, we always poor, so we're not gonna be poor, but we're gonna be poor. No. If your grandmother didn't have it, it don't mean that you're not gonna have it. Your grandma never have it, you're gonna have it. Your children gonna have it. Your children gonna have it. When they hang your picture on the wall, they say, oh, whose picture is that? Oh, that was my grandma. She was the one who passed away and left this for us, this legacy. And then it went on to my mama, and my mama gave it to me. Yes, we need to leave legacy for our children. We always have to do that. And we can do that if we don't have it for ourselves. How can we leave something for somebody when we don't have it for ourselves? We can do that. So I'm encouraging my viewers to change your mindset about the way we save, about the way we look at money, about the way we think about money, about the way we treat money. We have to have a different attitude about that. So if you want to make a change, you must know whether you have a problem, and then it needs to be addressed. So you have to see the problem yourself. You have to know that there has to be a need. You have to know that I have to look at my own finance and say, there is a problem. So you have to actually evaluate your own self. No one knows it better than you and your family. And you must have the courage to acknowledge it and change it. As I said before, you have to acknowledge that there is a need. You have to acknowledge that I make money, but where is it? I remember talking to a nurse one time, and she said she made $70,000 a year. I believe that's what she said she made. And she worked for 10 years. She was a nurse for 10 years. So think about this, $70,000 a year for 10 years. And I said to her, how much do you really put away in the bank now? If I said to you, how much do you have right now? She said, I probably have about $1,500, I think she said, in the bank, from my recollection. And that's not how we should do it. All of us were there at one point. I was never a financial literate person either. I was spending foolishly. And when this knowledge came to me and I discovered it, I said, wow, at my age, if I knew what I knew when I first moved to this country, I would not even be actually going to a 9 to 5 job now. I wouldn't be doing that if I knew what I know now. So I don't want to waste the rest of time that I have in my working life. So I want to share this opportunity with every single person so that my children and your children are not left behind, so that we can do better with our money. So we're going to take a break, and when we come back from the break, we're going to talk about spending less and making more, and then we're going to take a look at credit before we end our program. We're going to look at credit at the end. So we'll now take a break. See you after the break.
I know you want it, you got to have it, you got to get it, you're a good girl. Hey, RHR TV 1, Christopher Johnny Daly live in Florida. I like the whole thing. Look here at RHR TV 1, I started. Right about now, I want to big up RHR TV 1 to keep it real, going from strength to strength. I know you want it, you got to have it.
We are Fab 5. And you're tuned to Real Hard Roots TV.
Keep watching.
Roots TV are the boss.
Fab 5 says so.
You will find yourself in the right place at the right time. So increase your cash flow. Make more money when you can, while you can. Have multiple sources of income. Spend less. Cut down your expenses. It's not how much you earn, but it's how much you keep. So, because you do have people out there who are making maybe, $30,000 a year, $40,000 a year, and you look at their bank account and they may have maybe $5,000-$6,000 saved up sitting somewhere, and there are people who make $60,000-$70,000 a year and they don't have $1,000 saved in their bank account. So guess what? It's not how much you make, but it's how much you keep when you make it. So that's important. Reduce your debt and liability. We have talked about that before. And understand how money works. We have addressed those issues before. Understand how money works. You got to think about the rule of 72. If you never heard about it, the rule of 72, it came out by the man Einstein, one of our greatest mathematicians that ever lived. And he came up with the idea, if you take the number 72 and divide it, the interest rate into that, whatever number you get, that's how long it takes your money to double. So if you are getting a 4% interest on your money, 72 divided by 4, whatever answer you get, that's how long it takes your money to double. So it's important to know that. And have a financial goal. Set up a plan of action. Don't have your financial goal in your head. It's not going to work when you have your financial goal in your head. It's going to leave your head. Be realistic with your financial goals. Be realistic. If you make X amount, know how much you make. You cannot set goals for higher than what you really make. You got to make sure that if you're taking home $500 a week, if you're taking home $5,000 a week, you got to know that you can't save more than what you're taking home. You can't save half of that because you have to pay your take care of your bills, your children. You got to live. So you got to be realistic in how much you believe you can save. Set your goals. Have your goals be visible. Put it on your refrigerator. Put it on your bed top. Put it in your room, your bathroom. You get up in the morning to go take a shower, to brush your teeth. You look up, you see your goal. Set your goal and set them to be realistic. Don't set big, long goals. Set small goals. And once you set small goals, then you can meet those small goals. Then you set bigger goals. So if you say, okay, I'm going to start saving $50 a week. You save your $50 a week and you start cutting down. Maybe in the next 2-3 months, you can save $60 a week or $55 a week. It doesn't matter what, but be realistic in what you do when it comes to your finance. And make sure, when it comes to your money, and make sure that you can visualize what you see. Write things down. Write things down. Write things down. I have a book that I saw that I wrote down probably about 15, 16 years ago. I was writing down some items that I bought. And they came up to about $40-something. And I'm saying, I didn't know things were that cheap. And I look at all my items that I bought and I spent $40-something. And I was looking at my receipt probably about 15 years ago. And I'm saying inflation has really, really taken over because there's no way I could buy those items for that price now. So you have to think about inflation. That is why it's important for my viewers to understand that they have to save for retirement, because guess what? The $40,000 you have now, 10, 20 years from now, that $40,000 is going to be valued only $20,000. So that is why I'm encouraging my viewers that you need to make sure that you save. I am here to help you. I'm here to guide you, to show you what you can do to make things better for you and your children. You can open up savings account for your children. You can open up accounts for anyone to make sure that they're putting away something for the future. So have a financial goal. Make your financial goal be realistic. Make it be visible. Take care of your responsibility. Have proper protection. Make sure that you have life insurance. I'm going to say, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. You must have life insurance. I heard of somebody last week who died and the funeral cannot be decided yet because they don't have enough to bury that person. And here we go again, they're asking for donations. I don't mind helping because maybe they didn't really know. But once I talk to you about your finance, I'm telling you, once I talk to you and I tell you, look, you need to have life insurance, what am I going to do for you once I tell you to have life insurance and you don't want to have it? So there are so many people with no life insurance. And when the time comes for you to be put away properly, you know, your family has the burden. I know families have the burden to be asking, and especially children. Sometimes children do have some accidents and we don't know what to do. Parents are grieving, parents are sad, they don't know what to do, and the money problem is a big thing. So they're grieving for the loss of their child, and they're also grieving because they have no money to put away the child. It's a realistic thing. It can happen. We pray it never happened to us, but it can happen. So guess what? You need to make sure that you have proper protection. If you want proper protection, give me a call, 954-918-6639. I can put you into a plan that will protect you. It'll put you in a plan that will make sure that everything is taken care of. If something were to happen to you or your children, I will make sure that I put into something really, really good. And build up your wealth. Start to save. It is not how much, it's the frequency of it, okay? So make sure that you have that done and that's taken care of. Embrace change and expect to succeed. Change your habits. As I mentioned before, that saving has to become a habit. And try it. Saving has to become a habit. Not only can you change the way you think, you must also change your habits. Two things that can make great changes to your life are the books you read and the people you meet. So guess what? Start hanging out with people who are serious about money. Don't keep hanging out with people who's bawling every day. Don't hang out with people who keep saying, oh man, I'm broke. You see somebody today, how you doing, child? I just barely making it, girl. I don't got the light. I don't have the water. I don't have the rent. Come on now. Yes, we know some of us really have it hard. But some people, that's all the song they sing. So please find new people who will lift you up, read new books. The more you spend time with the wrong crowd, you probably won't be right. If you want to be successful, move to a better environment. And when I say better environment, you don't have to move from house to house. Find other people, man. Find other groups to go to. Join some social group that talk positive, and you'll see how quick you get out of that. Better environment will help provide better thinking and better solution. And expect to succeed. Don't go into this and think, oh, I wonder if I'm going to succeed. Oh, I wonder if I'm going to make it. Oh, no. Go in there with a positive attitude. You don't win or lose overnight. You win or lose by degree. If you want to win, make your way back towards winning step by step and follow through the completion. Expect to succeed. Now, I am going to tell you that one more thing I want to talk about before we actually go on any other break is that I want to touch one more topic before I go. And then before I close off, I want to touch one more topic. I did mention in the beginning of the program that we're going to talk about credit. It's bothering me. I need to talk about the credit. And before I go, I have to find some time to plug that in right now. Now, credit is something that you need to have. As I mentioned before, bad credit is just as worse as, just as bad as no credit is just as bad as bad credit, So it's important to have good credit. And I want to talk to you about this credit issue. Because so many of us have this bad credit because of people's action and because of our negligence. And sometimes we don't even know that we have the bad credit until when it's time to go and do a transaction. So tonight I'm going to take 10 minutes. When we come back from the break, I'm going to take 10 minutes to talk about credit. And then we're going to finalize our program tonight. But I must put in that credit. Now, it's important to know about the credit. Now, I don't know how many people know your credit score. It's important to know your score. I'm sure you ask somebody, what's the credit score? I don't know. Yes, you need to know what your credit score is. Somewhere along the line. So, we're going to take a break. And right after the break, we will talk about credit. My engineer.
Are you in need of home improvements? From ceiling to floors, cabinets, and doors, Newcraft Home Improvement and Cabinetry. Custom bathrooms, kitchen, wood floor, molding, painting, and more. Contact us at 754-367-0403 or 954-559-1506. Email newcraft@ymail.com. Visit us at newcraftimprovements.com.
Abby McDonald, and you're tuned into RHR TV1. Keep it locked. This is
program Money Matters. As I said before, this program Money Matters deal with everything that has to do with money. Yes, money matters. It means just what it says. Money matters. Anything that deal with money. So right now, as I said, we are going to talk about money and credit. We're going to talk about credit right now. Now, how many people control your income, your schedule, your retirement, your benefit? Now, you need to control those. You need to control your income. You need to control your retirement, your benefits. And right now, people work for 40 years. And when you work for 40 years in a place, you know, you work for 40 years. And then after that, they bring in some young folks. And after they bring in the young folks, they pay the young folk much less than what they were paying you. And then you're gone. Out. They downsize. That's a new word for kicking you out. They downsize and you're gone. But guess what? You still have to find another job sometimes. And you may need to purchase something. And then that's going to be a little problem too. Because guess what? These days when you are applying for a job, some places check your credit. It all depends on the kind of job that you're applying for. They check your credit and they also check your Facebook, some of you, let me tell you. So you have to be careful what you put on Facebook these days. So just to let you know that to apply for some jobs, they do check your credit. If you're applying for a job that deals with money and, you know, certain jobs, they check your credit. Because they want to make sure that you're genuine and that you're trustworthy and you're vigilant again on your business. You know, so they check that. So you have to make sure that your credit is okay. So I want to think about this now. You need credit for all the loans that you can think of out there. Now, if you think about this, if you need a loan for a car, you need credit. You need loan for a house, you need credit. If you need a personal loan from a bank, you need credit. If you have a collateral loan, even though you're putting up something, they still need to know your credit. But I noticed that you give a student loan and sometimes they're not concerned about the credit when you're leaving high school and they're giving you, credit for a loan. You got to pay that loan back. But they don't really hassle you in terms of a credit score to give you these loans just for school. But here comes, you finish these loans, you finish school, and you're out now. And guess what? You can't get a job. And if you do get a job, it's not paying enough to pay for the loan. So guess what? You're not paying on the loan. And then guess what? Your credit start get bad. So your credit get bad even before you get a real good job coming out of college. There's so many college students right now that I know, and their credit is horrible because they got loans and they can't afford to pay it back now. They got a car, they can't pay it, they didn't pay on time. They get student loan, they're not paying on time. Here comes the credit is bad. Credit is bad and you're young. You're not supposed to have bad credit when you're young. I'm not saying you should have bad credit when you're old either, but you can't have bad credit. So these are the things why people have bad credit. Now, if you want to buy a house, the realtor, you may have your cash money on you, and you cannot buy that house because you don't have the credit. You can't prove to them that you will pay consistently and on time. So most time when you try to buy a house, the realtor gonna say, I can't help you, man, go fix your credit. The car dealership is gonna tell you the same thing. They are quick to put you in a car with a high interest rate because your credit is bad. So think about the high interest rate and what I said about the rule of 72. If you're paying a high interest rate, that's how fast your money gonna double. So if you get a 24% interest rate, wow, 72 divided by 24, whatever answer I give you, that's how fast your interest is gonna double to those people who gave you the loan. So think about a car dealership. If you're a car dealership, if you're into car dealership, if you're into selling cars, if you're into any of that, you are going to think about credit. You need to have good credit for that. If you're renting a property, you have to have good credit for rental. You can't just go into a housing complex and say, I'm renting this nice 3-bedroom apartment. Where's your credit? And your credit is bad? No, they're not giving it to you. You need to have good credit for that. So we want to make sure that your credit is good. Doing a loan modification, they're looking for your credit. Just about every single thing, you have to have a credit. Business development is what we need to have. So listen, my viewers out there, I want you to know that you have to make sure that that credit is up and running. That credit is good. That credit, you have to make sure that you pay your bills. So now you have to make sure that your credit is good. So I am also telling you now that my program is called Money Matters. So credit is important in this Money Matters too, with Money Matters as well. Because if your credit is bad, you're going to pay more for items. And paying more for goods and services mean that you're wasting money. Because what I would pay for a car for $300 a month, that same car, somebody with a bad credit or somebody with a better credit than mine, may be paying $600 if you have bad credit. And the person with a good credit may be paying $200. And I with the bad credit may be paying $400. So again, it costs you more when your credit is bad. Now, I'm going to let my viewers know that if you want to fix that credit, to make life better for you, to make sure that you can save enough money and to put away a little bit more and your life to be better, I need for you to send me a text or give me a call. 954-918-6639. It's very inexpensive to fix this credit. I can tell you that your credit score can jump from 400 to jump up maybe 50, 60 points in a matter of 40 days. And this is authentic. I can give you all the information that you need to get your credit fixed, because good credit would make you have a better financial foundation. It will thrust you better. You will have better money in your hand, more money. It will fix your life better. Make sure that you have good credit. Let me tell you something. I heard a man gave me a joke recently, and he said to me, if he's dating a young lady, he said the first thing he's going to ask her, is your credit right? I said, that's not nice. How can you ask that the first question? He said, yeah, for me, good credit is important. I said, and nothing more is important to you? He said, come on, everything else is important. I'm only joking, but that's one of my questions. I have to ask about her credit. I said, and so what if she don't know her credit score? He said, well, she may have to go and get her credit score and show it to me, because I'm not taking up a woman with a bad credit. You know, it was humorous to me. I thought it was kind of funny. But I said, but you could help her change the way I help others to change. You could give her some new information. He said, yeah, but it tells me that she's not ready. I said, but no, but some people get in bad credit because of other people, not just because of you. So you have to think about why people do get themselves into bad credit problems, but you can't just use that as a problem for dating someone. He said that's priority to him. So you know what? After the break, we'll talk a little bit more about this. See you in a minute.